This is Matador News, and these are today's headlines. U.S. officials are looking for answers after unarmed Russian jets flew as close as 30 feet to a U.S. naval ship. An octopus has found fame and freedom after escaping from his New Zealand aquarium.
This one right in your face. Bryant 4-3.
And Kobe Bryant ended his basketball career last night, scoring 60 points in the Lakers' win.
Hello, and welcome to Matador's News. I'm Stephanie Bedolla.
And I'm Chryssafis. New video footage released by Boko Haram shows the Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped 2 years ago may still be alive. The video was sent to negotiators by the Islamic militants. Friends and family members of the girls identified them in the footage. The Nigerian governor, Kashim Shettima, says he hasn't seen it, but he's not surprised.
We have been singing the same song all the while, that we fervently believe that the girls are alive. But probably, based on security analysis, they might not be, you cannot get them in one group. They might have been dispersed into several cells.
Boko Haram kidnapped over 250 girls from their school in Chibok. The Nigerian army has retaken towns and villages controlled by the Islamic group, but 219 of the girls are still missing.
Affluenza teen Ethan Couch will now be spending the next 2 years in jail. A Texas judge ordered Couch to stay in jail as a condition of his probation from his 2013 drunken driving incident that killed 4 and injured 2 others. Couch's 2-year tentative jail order is a new twist to the publicized sentence he received in 2013. Couch got 10 years of probation for intoxication manslaughter instead of prison after his lawyers cited an influenza defense. They argued Couch was too spoiled and rich to understand the consequences of his actions. District Judge Wayne Selvin said he will give the defense team 2 weeks to come up with an argument against the order.
The Democratic debate will resume tonight with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders facing off in Brooklyn. Sanders talked to almost 30,000 people last night at a rally in Washington Square Park. A recent poll shows Clinton leads by 10 points in whose primary will take place on Tuesday, April 19th. The 2 candidates have recently argued over qualifications, campaign finance, taxes, and speech transcripts. The debate will air on CNN at 6 o'clock in Los Angeles. Wolf Blitzer will moderate. And a Republican update, Donald Trump's campaign manager will not be prosecuted for battery for that incident when he appeared to grab the arm of a reporter.
The world population of tigers is on the rise. After years of decline, the most recent data shows more tigers are living in the wild. The countries the tigers are living in include India, Russia, Nepal, and Bhutan. The World Wildlife Fund says the number of tigers is now up to 3,890. This is an increase from 3,200 back in 2010. Conservationists say this is an important step in the recovery of one of the world's most endangered species.
Russia's defense ministry says the Russian jets respected safety rules during the flybys of the USS Donald Cook. But U.S. officials say the pass is likely violated a 1973 agreement between the U.S. and Russia. The Su-24 attack aircraft made very low altitude while passing the ship earlier this week. The planes had no visible weapons during the event. U.S. officials say the jets seemed to be on strafing runs but didn't fire any weapons. Reports say that the aircraft swooped in the same flight mode that would have been used for an actual attack.
Today is the last day to vote in the CSUN Associated Student election. Associated student elections are held each year during the spring semester. Student government positions include AS President, Vice President, and Senators. The Senators represent each of the 8 colleges on campus, including lower division, upper division, and graduates. Students receive an email on their CSUN account directing them to a link where they can vote. They can also vote on campus at the Bookstore Lawn, Arbor Grill, and Sierra Quad North. Results will be revealed later today.
Call Animal Control or Hollywood. Inky the octopus has escaped from the National Aquarium in New Zealand. Inky escaped after the lid to his tank was left slightly open during maintenance one night. News of the escape hit the New Zealand national press today. Inky was apparently able to escape through a drain pipe that was about 6 inches wide that goes back to the ocean. Octopuses are able to squeeze through small openings as their mouths are small. Aquarium manager Rob Ural said Inky was brought to the aquarium a few years ago from a nearby reef, so it is very likely he will be able to survive in the ocean.
Now let's go to the newsroom with Suzy Rose with the latest on students' reactions of Kobe's last game.
Mamba out. Kobe Bryant has retired after playing 20 consecutive seasons with the LA Lakers. Bryant scored a season-high 60 points in front of the sold-out Staples Center. He scored 23 points in the fourth quarter. Many CSUN students say they are sad to see him go, but are happy to have grown up watching such an amazing athlete.
Step into my favorite spot.
I feel like I haven't lived in the NBA without Kobe playing, so to see him go out in the way he did was really amazing. I couldn't help but root for him.
I mean, I was just emotional, you know. I mean, it was like last game, so.
Will be missed, and since I was, I remember the time when I was 10 years old, I was watching Kobe playing.
It was good to see him win because they've been so bad the last couple of seasons, pretty much this season. So it was nice to see them win the last game.
The Lakers won against the Utah Jazz 101-96. Kobe is an 18-time All-Star and has spent his entire career with the Lakers. Now let's go back in the studio where Esther Kim has more sports news.
Dub Nation, as they call it, the Golden State Warriors finished the season with the record-breaking 73 wins. Point guard Stephen Curry had 46 points in 30 minutes. They broke the 1995 Chicago Bulls record for wins in a regular season. Curry says that this record-breaking day wasn't just luck.
One similarity is that we love winning, and we love to compete, and we love to push ourselves.
The playoffs start next week, and they will be facing the Houston Rockets. The Los Angeles Rams have traded the Tennessee Titans for the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. The trade shows the Rams are desperate for a potential franchise quarterback for their first season back in LA. North Dakota State's Carson Wentz and Cal's Jared Goff are to be the top quarterbacks selected. Rams will be the first to pick when the April 28 draft starts, and the Titans will get the 15 overall pick. Let's toss it over to Trevor Edwards with the latest on business.
Protesters calling for the wage increase to $15 an hour plan to demonstrate at McDonald's locations around the country and overseas. The Fight for 15 campaign by fast food workers is being joined by airport employees and home care workers in a gesture of solidarity. The Golden Arches are being targeted specifically because of their heavy economic influence. Strikes are being planned in several major U.S. cities, including LA, Boston, Chicago, and New York. McDonald's has so far responded by raising hourly wages $1 above minimum wage. This is only at company-owned locations, however, accounting for only 10% of their stores. Hold on to your nuts because they might get stolen. California is the #1 producer of almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, nearly a $10 billion industry. According to nut shipment reports, criminals have stolen almost $8 million worth over the past 4 years. The criminals use high-tech tactics to hack into trucking companies to steal their identities. They then are able to get fake shipping papers and drive off with truckloads worth up to $500,000. Nut company officials have implemented photo ID and fingerprint scanning with their truckers in an effort to prevent further losses. Let's go back to Esther on health.
The CDC confirms the Zika virus does cause severe birth defects. Hundreds of babies were born in Brazil last year with microcephaly, a syndrome causing unusually small heads and reduced brain development. Researchers had strongly suspected a link between microcephaly and Zika, but they needed more evidence. The confirmation of cause and effect came from several lines of evidence as a whole. U.S. health officials are calling for additional funding to combat the virus. The CDC still discourages pregnant women from traveling to places where Zika virus is spreading, mostly in Latin America and the Caribbean. Southern California children now have fewer respiratory symptoms as their air quality gets better. A USC Children's Health study reported last year that kids' lungs had grown stronger over the past 20 years as pollution levels went down. The study followed approximately 4,600 children ages 5 to 18 from 1993 to 2012 from 8 different communities. USC also noted that more improvement showed after 2000 when air pollution policies were put in place. Now let's go back to Trevor for entertainment.
In an effort to get more millennials in theaters, AMC Chief Executive Adam Aron plans to allow texting in theaters. The theater chain operates nearly 400 cinemas in the U.S. He does admit this could be considered a nuisance by some moviegoers, however. Aron hopes having designated texting movie showings will get young people to come in as often as past generations. Snapchat is officially the most popular social media app among today's youth. Research firm Piper Jeffrey talked to 6,500 American teens. Snapchat narrowly beat Instagram in the survey in terms of importance. Launched in 2011, over 8 billion picture and video clips are viewed through the app daily with over 100 million users. Twitter came in ranking 3rd, with Facebook placing 4th. Let's go to the newsroom with Matador News reporter Jael Allen about this weekend's Coachella Music Festival.
One of the year's biggest music festivals is finally here. Coachella kicks off this weekend with major acts headlining this year's lineup. Some students on campus are excited to see their favorite artists, while others are more interested in fashion.
I'm really most excited about the artists that are going to be in the festival this year. I know Jackie's going to be there, Halsey, so that's definitely exciting because I know they weren't there last year.
Chainsmokers, who else? Halsey, Jackie, a lot of people.
I think the music is the biggest part, but a lot of people focus on the fashion.
The outfits. That's like the number one. Going shopping for the outfits, picking your outfits out, and then wearing them. And the music too, I guess, but getting dressed up is fun.
Weekend 1 of Coachella is April 15th through the 17th, and weekend 2 will be April 22nd through the 24th. Now let's go back to Stephanie in the newsroom for a complete weather report on Coachella weekend.
So if you're going to Coachella this weekend, break out your crop tops and sunglasses and make sure to bring sunscreen. Weather is expected to be sunny with temperatures in the low 90s, but make sure to hold on to your belongings because winds are also expected to be strong, at least on the way there. Forecasters say winds will be 60 miles per hour in the mountains and deserts tonight. Once you get there, things will calm down a little, at least wind-wise, to 18 to 25 miles per hour.
Thank you for watching Matador News. I'm Katerina Chryssafis.
I'm Stephanie Bedolla.
I'm Esther Kim.
And I'm Trevor Edwards.